You shall not sacrifice to the Lord your God a calf or a sheep, that in which there is a defect, anything wrong, for it is an abomination to the Lord your God. Now if there be found among you, in one of your cities that the Lord your God is giving you, a man or woman, who will do what is evil in the sight of the Lord your God, to transgress his covenant, and, having gone out, they should serve other gods, and do obeisance to them, whether the sun or the moon, or any of what belongs to the adornment of the sky, which I have not ordered. And if it be reported to you, and you will make a thorough inquiry, and behold, the matter has truly occurred, this abomination has occurred in Israel, then you shall bring out that man or that woman, and stone them with stones, and they will die. On 2 witnesses, or upon 3 witnesses, the one who is to die shall die. He shall not die on the basis of 1 witness. And the hand of the witnesses shall be the first against him to put him to death, and the hand of all the people last. And you shall remove the evil one from yourselves. But if a matter be too difficult for you in judgment, bloodshed from bloodshed, and legal right from legal right, and assault from assault, and dispute from dispute, matters of judgment in your cities, then having risen, you shall go up to the place that the Lord your God may choose for his name to be called there. And you shall come to the priests, the Levites, and to the judge, whoever may be in those days. And after they have inquired, they shall announce to you the judgment. And you shall do according to the word whatever they report to you from the place that the Lord your God may choose for his name to be called there. And you shall guard very much to do according to all things, whatever is legislated for you. You shall act according to the law, and according to the judgment that they tell you. You shall not turn aside from the decision that they may announce to you, right or left. And as for the person who may act in pride by not obeying the priest in attendance, to minister in the name of the Lord your God, or the judge, whoever may be in those days, that person shall die, and you shall remove the evil one from Israel. And all the people, when they have heard, will be afraid and will not act impiously again. Now if you come into the land that the Lord your God is giving you, and take possession of it, and live in it, and you say, I will set a ruler over me, like the rest of the nations that are around me. By appointing you shall appoint over you a ruler, him whom the Lord your God may choose. One of your brothers you shall appoint as ruler over you. You shall not have power to appoint a strange person over you, because he is not your brother. For he shall not multiply cavalry for himself, or return the people to Egypt in order to multiply cavalry for himself. But the Lord has said to you, You shall never add to return that way. And he shall not multiply wives for himself, neither shall his heart turn away. Also silver and gold he shall not multiply exceedingly for himself. And it shall be, when he is sat upon the seat of his rule, that he shall write for himself this second law in a book from the priests, the Levites. And it shall be with him, and he shall read from it all the days of his life, so that he may learn to fear the Lord his God, to keep all these commandments and these statutes to do them, so that his heart may not be exalted above his brothers, so that he not turn aside from the commandments right or left, in order that he be long-lived in his rule, he and his sons among the sons of Israel. There shall not be for the priests, the Levites, the whole tribe of Levi, a part or allotment with Israel. The offerings of the Lord are their allotment. They shall eat of them. But he shall have no allotment among his brothers. The Lord himself is his allotment, as he said to him. And this is the judgment for priests, things due from the people, from those offering sacrifices, whether a calf, whether a sheep, and he shall give to the priest the shoulder and the cheeks and the paunch, and the first fruits of your grain, and your wine and your oil, and the first of the fleeces of your sheep you shall give him. For the Lord has chosen him out of all your tribes to stand before the Lord your God, to minister and to bless in his name, he and his sons all the days. Now if a Levite departs from one of your cities, from all the sons of Israel, wherever he sojourns, as his soul desires, for the place that the Lord may choose, he shall minister in the name of the Lord his God, like all his brothers, the Levites who stand there before the Lord. He shall eat an allotted portion, apart from the sale which is by paternal lineage. Now if you enter into the land that the Lord your God is giving you, You shall not learn to act according to the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you one who cleanses his son or his daughter by fire, one who practices divination, one who acts as diviner, one who practices ornithomancy, a sorcerer, one who casts spells, a ventriloquist, and one who observes signs, and one who inquires of the dead. For anyone who does these things is an abomination to the Lord your God. For it is because of these abominations that the Lord your God will destroy them utterly from before you. You shall be perfect before the Lord your God. For these nations that you are about to dispossess, these will hear omens and divinations, but as for you, the Lord your God has not granted you to do so. The Lord your God will raise up for you a prophet like me from among your brothers. You shall hear him, according to all that you requested of the Lord your God at Coreb, on the day of the assembly, saying, We shall not any more hear the voice of the Lord our God, and again see this great fire, and we shall not die. And the Lord said to me, They are right in all that they have said. I will raise up for them a prophet just like you from among their brothers, and I will give my word in his mouth, and he shall speak to them whatever I command him. And the person who does not hear his words, whatever the prophet may speak in my name, I will exact vengeance from him. But the prophet who acts impiously by speaking a word in my name, that I have not ordered to speak, and who speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet shall die. But if you say in your heart, How will we know the word that the Lord has not spoken? Whatever the prophet might speak in the name of the Lord, but the thing does not take place and does not happen. This is the word that the Lord has not spoken. That prophet has spoken it in impiety. You shall not spare him. Now if the Lord your God annihilates the nations whose land your God is giving you, and you dispossess them and live in their cities and in their houses, you shall set apart 3 cities for yourself, in the midst of your land, that the Lord your God is giving you. Calculate for yourself the distance, and you shall divide into 3 regions your land that the Lord your God apportions you. And there shall be a refuge there for every manslayer. Now this is the ordinance for a manslayer who flees there and shall live. He who strikes his neighbor unintentionally, and he did not hate him before yesterday, and before the 3rd day. And he who goes into the forest with his neighbor to gather wood, and his hand is knocked aside, when he cuts the wood with the axe, and the iron slips from the wood, and happens to strike his neighbor, and he dies. This one shall flee to one of these cities and live, lest the avenger of blood pursue after the manslayer, because his heart is hot, and overtake him, if the road was rather long, and he strike his soul, and he dies. And to this one there is not a death sentence, since he did not hate him before yesterday, and before the 3rd day. Therefore I command you this thing, saying, You shall set apart 3 cities for yourself. But if the Lord your God enlarges your borders, as he swore to your fathers, and he gives you all the land that he said he would give your fathers, if you give heed to do all these commandments that I command you today, to love the Lord your God, and to walk in all his ways all the days, then you shall add for yourself 3 more cities to these 3, and innocent blood shall not be shed in your land, that the Lord your God is giving you as an allotment, and there shall not be among you one guilty of blood. But if there be a person hating his neighbor, and he lies in wait for him, and attacks him and strikes his life, and he dies and flees into one of these cities, then the council of elders of his city shall send and take him from there, and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, and he shall die. Your eye shall not be sparing toward him, and you shall cleanse the innocent blood from Israel, and it shall be well with you. You shall not move your neighbor's boundaries, which your fathers have set up on the inheritance you were allotted in the land, that the Lord your God is giving you to inherit. 1 witness shall not suffice against a person in any injustice, and in any wrongdoing, and in any sin that he may sin. By the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall any word be sustained. But if an unjust witness comes forward against a person, alleging impiety against him, then the 2 persons between whom is the dispute shall stand before the Lord, and before the priests and before the judges, who may be in those days. And if the judges make a thorough inquiry, and, look, an unjust witness has testified unjustly, he is stood up against his brother, then you shall do to him just as he connived to do to his brother. And you shall remove the evil one from yourselves. And the rest, when they hear, shall be afraid and will not add to act again, according to this evil thing among you. Your eye shall not be sparing against him, soul for soul, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot.